Hammertime.
What's up everyone and welcome back to another Hammertime video. Today we're going to be reviewing this Boxmaster Tools negative rake scraper from D-Way. Stay tuned and let's jump right in. So to start out, this is a completely honest review. I was sent this tool, but by no means am I just going to say good things about it. Whether I'm sent the tool or not, I always do honest reviews on this channel. I don't do completely biased reviews, so that's something to note. So to start out, this is a negative rake scraper. So the bevel is not like you'd find on most traditional tools that you just find out in the market. It's not just a simple bevel where it has flat top and then the bevel down here, right? This one is actually different. So you can see the two side by side here. This one actually has a top bevel, which actually changes the bevel angle of the tool actually. So this tool angle is actually a little bit of blunter angle, but it almost completely reduces catching. Like, there's also another tool that will be coming out in probably next week's video. This is a detail point tool, and it has a negative rake also, and you could stick this straight into the wood, even this pointy end here. Stick this straight into the wood and your likeliness of catching is almost zero because of the negative rake angle on the top. So it has a negative rake angle on the top, and these are also double ended. So you get both sides, and then one side's facing that way, one side's the other way. It works really good. And then if you might be wondering, there is a hole right here, and this hole actually is part of the heat treating process. So it's not an issue or anything. If you're wondering what that is, it's just part of the heat treating process. And it also doubles as, you could just put a nail in the wall and use it to hang it. So it's handy that way too. Now, these are made out of M2 steel. While most D-Way tools are all made out of M42, the Boxmaster line is made out of M2 steel. Well, M42 doesn't come in this exact size apparently, so M2 is the choice steel to use for this. And it's the same heat treating process used on the M42 steels, which makes this almost identical to M42, and M2 actually rolls a better burr than M42, so this actually works a lot better in this tool for that. So it's actually an advantage, and you won't really be able to tell the difference. Apparently most people can't, so that's not a big issue. So let's go ahead and we're going to sharpen this tool, and then we're going to take it over to the lathe and show you how it works. So to sharpen the side scraper here, the tool came with this jig here, and this jig here allows you to set the angles for the top bevel and the bottom bevel. And you can do it either with the bevel upside down to bring a better burr, or you can set it like this and bring the burr up this way. Either way works. I'm setting it where you hold the tool upside down, so it's an upside down grind, and it pulls the burr down here. The wheel will drag it down. So the jig is set like this, so the tool rest is angling downwards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this tool on here, and I'm going to rock it back and forth about maybe 1 or 2 passes. That's it. To the other side, and then this tool will be sharp. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on, and I'll show you how to sharpen this tool. We'll do this side first here, and you're just gonna bring it around, and that already gave me a pretty hefty burr. Might do a little bit more on the side here. Yeah, there we go. Now we got a pretty heavy burr here. I'll just do the other side real quick. And we got a pretty big burr there too now. So that's how you do the bottom bevel. Now for the top bevel, you're going to actually want to set the tool rest up with the other part of this jig. And this top bevel only has to be done, once every now and then, whenever you see it start to wear down. But you're going to set the tool upside down and rock it around like this, and then get that top bevel reestablished. And you can just line it up if you don't have this jig, but it's much easier when you have the little jig here. And you can just line that up and do the top bevel, and then I'd recommend doing the bottom bevel afterwards. So then you can also raise a better burr by using this little tungsten carbide cutter here. This is a little 1/8 inch Dremel bit, and what you're going to do is you're going to want to insert the burr end of this into a little wooden handle that you turn, and then the shank here you're going to actually use to roll a raise kind of a higher burr here. And then the other thing I've been told to do, so more really good information on how to sharpen this tool really in depth is going to be, I'll leave a link to it down below. It's actually done by D-Way, so that will be helpful. But I don't have a actual diamond like credit card file, so I've been using a grinding wheel in the place of that, and that works fine. So that's just a substitute you can use. So let's go ahead and we'll take this out to the lathe. So I got the side scraper here. I've also got this D-Way handle. This is what I use for all the tools. And this is an 8-inch handle, and it's got the quick change knob. All you have to do is slide the tool in, you lock down the handle, and it's in super simple. I highly recommend you getting this if you do decide to purchase these tools. I'll leave a link to it down below. And I got a piece of wood on here. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's very, very similar to maple. So you just kind of consider it as maple when you're turning it because it's very, very similar. And then I've got a fresh edge right off a 350 grit CBN wheel. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how this hogs out material, and then we'll do a little finishing pass. I'll show you how smooth we can get the material. And I've also got my tool rest, so I'm pointing it a little bit downward to get to the center here. And the speed is up at about 34 to 3800 RPM. And with the negative rake angle, you can actually touch it to the other side, and it won't actually catch or anything. If you did that with a traditional scraper without the negative rake angle, it would rip the piece up. So it removes material very quickly, and here's a little finishing pass right here. Okay, let's see how smooth of a surface we have here. Yeah, this is about 400 to 600 grit finish here. It's very smooth right off the tool. Super simple. So I'll show you a little bit on the case grain here. Turn the tool rest, and I'll actually turn the tool around and use the other side because I can get in here a little bit better. Okay. Very efficient at removing material. And super fine finish here. Very smooth. They have 600 grit, about the same. Very efficient at removing material, and it leaves a very smooth surface. Works really well. Alright guys, so what's my final opinion on the tool? Well, I absolutely love it. It works great. This tool is generally used for refining, as I showed you. This one, you can use it to hog out material very quickly. Mainly, small boxes and that sort of thing. As the name implies, they're Boxmaster tools. So you can use it to easily hog out material in the inside of a box, outside box. You can refine the outside shapes of bowls, platters. Very, very versatile tool. It is only 5/8 in width, so that it is generally meant for smaller scale projects. So if you have a mini lathe or you're just doing small things on a larger lathe, this is perfect. Yeah, it worked really great, and I highly recommend it. So I'll leave links to everything in this video in the description below. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. And until next time, guys, happy building.